You have something in your hair.
I was saving it for later.
Yeah, that's thing.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to change it.
Saving it for later.
Good morning, guys.
Is it?
It's morning.
It's morning, yeah.
It's morning.
Hello, how are you? That's all I got.
Can you see the puppy ears in the camera?
Poor puppy.
Alright, so plan for today is to try to make a new curtain instead of this yucky thing that is falling apart. So we want to make an insulation curtain.
Insulating curtain.
Insulating curtain.
Yeah.
You can explain.
Yeah.
You can explain better than me.
I sure can. So when I put this...
That's mean.
So when I put this wall in here, I had to remove the blinds that were covering this window. And since then, we've only had this thing to cover up our window to give us a bit of privacy. And winter is coming, for all of you Game of Thrones fans out there. So we're going to experiment with putting in an insulating curtain.
It's cold.
It's not cold yet.
It is cold.
It's not cold yet.
It's below 20 degrees.
It's not cold yet.
It's horrible.
So anyway, insulating curtains. I've lost my track of thought now. Come on, brain. It's in there somewhere. Oh yeah. So we've chosen this site here as our trial run because it's a small area. It's a small area. And we'll get to see what the process will be like and if we can do it successfully or not. So that's why we're doing this thing here. That's all I got.
Alright, so now we're going to Bunnings and Spotlight to pick up some supplies. I don't know what we're getting.
I know exactly all about it. I've written it all down.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
It's on my notepad, a little pink notepad.
Alright, let's go to Bunnings. Alright, we just came back from Bunnings and Spotlight. I'm tired. Aaron is without shorts, so he doesn't want to do the video. And here now we're having some lunch and then we are going to show you what we bought. Well, we spent a lot of money for one curtain, so there's going to be a trial and see how it goes. But yeah, whatever. After lunch we will show you what we got. I'm tired, I can't connect anymore.
Alright, so we got some stuff today. Well, this is most of what we need for making the insulating curtain. We'll start with the back layer. So we've got some polar fleece, which is nice and thick and soft and has lots of insulating properties. So this is the back, which will face the outside. Next we've got the, basically it's plastic, black plastic. This is a moisture barrier, so it stops the moisture or the humidity from the outside condensing on the windows. Then I've got to get some timber to cut little battens in to keep the curtain rigid and against the frame. And then lastly, the last layer is the fabric that we will see on the inside. So we've got this nice block out curtain fabric material here, which closely matches the colour of the blinds we have already. I think it's nearly exact match.
That's good.
And I've got some Velcro to fix the curtain in place when we eventually get it to that stage, and a little tie for when we want to tie the curtain up. And that's it. So I've got to cut some wood now and then we can start assembling it and chucking it into place and see how it all works. So this is day 2 of our curtain, insulating curtain, what are we going to call it, our make? Day 2 of us making insulating curtains. So right here in front of me I have polar fleece, which is going to be the facing outwards from the bus to the window. So this will be one of our main insulating layers. What I'm doing, I'm going to cut it to size. I'm going to cut everything to size, sew it all together, and fingers crossed we can make it work. multi-piece cut. It's a layer that will go facing outwards against the window, like I said before. So now the next layer will be plastic film, which is our vapor barrier, our moisture barrier. So traditionally the next layer would be wooden battens to provide a rigidity for the curtain and an air gap between the back layers and the front layers. We've decided to not do that because we don't need the rigidity, because we're going to fasten them either side. So we're going straight to the front layer, which is our pretty decorative curtain fabric. So we're going to cut that now. Turns out I don't have any pins to hold everything together, so I'm using, what are these called? Paper clips. I'm using paper clips. So, get it?
Yes. So?
I need to figure out how to use this sewing machine.
It works.
It works. Go me.
Good job.
So I think the sewing machine is set up correctly. We'll give this a crack and see how it goes.
You look very confident in yourself.
Yeah, no, totally. So this is my first attempt, and you probably can't see it, but it's about as straight as a bloody, I don't know, what's something that's not very straight.
That is something that is not very straight.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It doesn't matter because it's going to be folded over anyway. See? Just had one little whoopsie right there, but you can't really see it. So, go me.
That's good.
I'm the best.
Good job.
I'm even better than Rita.
Rita is my mom, by the way. So, someone broke the needle.
Someone did. Someone.
That would be me.
Someone bent the needle somehow. I don't know how you bend solid metal on fabric.
I don't know. But yeah, now we need to go buy a new one, and none of us wants to go, so we are going to get out of the compromise.
We need that.
We need this. What else do we need? Do we need a photo of the machine?
Yep. Alright, see you later, bye.
Yeah, see you when we come back from Spotlight.
The good news is we've got some new needles right here, so we can keep going with the curtains. The bad news for me is one of us has cracked the poop because she broke the needle, so I'm going to have to finish the curtains by myself. Alrighty, there you go. That is one insulating curtain. So what I've done there is just stitch like a loop through so I can run a pole, hang it up. Happy days. The one thing that it's a bit I'm hesitant to do in the next ones is put the plastic in, because I don't know if you'll pick that up, but they're quite noisy. The plastic in here is quite noisy. And yeah, don't feel like listening to this all day on a windy day. So that's one curtain down. That'll do for today. We'll install it tomorrow, I reckon. Alright, so the curtains are made, so now it's time to install them in the window. So we've got this curtain here. Obviously there's a simple loop through there. I'm going to thread the curtain rod through there. I've got a couple of brackets that I'm going to screw up behind this. Hang the curtain like so. Ta-da! There's one curtain hung. Come check it out. You can see just by looking at it That's completely block out, doesn't let any light through in comparison to the old one, which lets heaps of light through. Got some Velcro here, some hook and loop style Velcro with a sticky back. What I'm going to do with this is to make little patches so I can stick the curtain into place, and it won't let any cold air through, hot air through, won't let any light through, and be nice and firm against the bus side. And according to all the literature, it's a hard word, according to what I've read on the internet, you need a gap between your window, an air gap between your window and your curtain for the insulation effect to be most effective. So it's really lucky that we've got this little gap right there. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's what the curtain looks like when it's all velcroed to the sides. Obviously it's not perfect, like there's still a little bit of give in that, but it's my first one and it's my first time sewing pretty much ever, so yeah, not too bad really, not too bad at all. It's not too bad, nice and tight on the edges, maybe a little bit of light there, but we can always stick another Velcro dot there. Cool. And now we need something to tie the curtain back, so I've got this decorative string, for lack of a better word, and I've got this little U-shaped hook. I'll mount that there, tie the string onto it so we can tie the curtain back when we need to. There you go folks, that's how you make and install an insulating curtain for your converted bus or your motorhome or your tiny home or even your normal home. If you like that video, make sure you give it a like, a subscribe, a thumbs up. Make sure you share it on Facebook, share it on your socials, and all your neighbours with it, so on and so forth. Any questions, comments, just chuck them in the comment section below, and we'll be, I don't know, we'll look at it and address it maybe if you're lucky. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.